on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Last night we had breaking news about banks essentially being able to have cryptocurrency custody for their customers, and subsequently we did see a major pump for Bitcoin. You can see we had one pump right here, down from around $9,200 up to about $9,400. We went sideways and we got the news coming out, and that actually pumped Bitcoin all the way up to almost $9,600. We also had Ethereum breaking out yesterday. Literally, as I put my video out, Ethereum was breaking a multi-month, almost year downtrend. We finally broke out of it. And also, you'll notice that Maker is up today significantly, and that is because they just got listed on Binance. But in today's video, we're going to talk about a few things. Number one, should we be getting excited right now? Are we out of the woodworks? Because there is one particular pattern for Bitcoin that if this does happen, it could actually not be too great for the Bitcoin price. But as I'm literally making this video, Bitcoin is exploding right now. I wasn't actually expecting it to have this move. We'll see if this is just a liquidation play or if this is actually going to be a big move. But we have massive news breaking again today from Visa. Essentially, Visa is now looking to take a massive plunge into digital assets. So we have MasterCard on board, PayPal on board, Visa on board, banks in the US now holding cryptocurrency custody. So we're going to talk about all that. I also have some big altcoin news today. I want to look at a few altcoins that we mentioned on the channel, check out some updates from them, as well as see how they've been performing. And I also want to mention the fact that open interest on Bitcoin has been absolutely surging recently. So all that in today's video. We'll try to keep it nice and super short and sweet. And if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It has been absolutely incredible times. Altcoins surging, Bitcoin breaking out, good news after good news. And this might just be the beginning. So let's get it. Let's dive into the charts. Having a look right here, you see that Bitcoin actually broke out of this downtrend where we had this peak from around June 1st. We got held down 1, 2, 3, and then on the fourth time, we finally did have that breakout. We do have that target of around $10,000. Now, as I said previously, Bitcoin really needs to get above this $10,500 level. That's where we've gotten stomped out multiple times in the past to really remain bullish. But as you can see right here, if we zoom into the Bollinger Bands, we did get above the Bollinger Bands, but it does look like now Bitcoin is struggling. Now, there is one thing I want to warn you guys about in just a second. Number one being that we have reached the center of this sort of, sort of this curve pattern. Some people said it looks like Adam and Eve. I think we could potentially be forming a large cup and handle, looking for a massive breakout. But I do want to just warn you guys that this does look like a typical Bart Simpson breakout. Now, as we can see right here, we have seen major liquidation to the upside and to the downside on the trades. But we do know that sometimes when Bitcoin has this move to the upside, we go sideways like this, and then sometimes we come directly straight down again, forming that sort of Bart Simpson head, okay? Just be careful. Not saying we're going to have that move, but I do have to be skeptical. We have seen that time and time again, okay? We could be setting up for a massive blast off, but I just want people to just be realistic about the Bitcoin price movement. Now, let's talk about super quick about open interest at CME. Shout out to Phil for pointing this out. He basically says that it's increased over the last 4 weeks from about 364 million to 552 million, which is about a 24% increase, okay? Not only that, but leveraged funds have decreased their net short exposure by about 23% last week, which means that right now traders are actually leaning a little bit more bullish towards the Bitcoin price. Now, yes, we did just have those two ladder moves up. We may have a slight cool off period, but one thing I want to point out right here is if we zoom in and have a look at this chart right here, you could see that he says this was similar back in January to April of 2019 as Bitcoin broke out of the $3,000, $4,000 range. Also, the largest four traders have generally been adding to their positions and reducing their shorts. Neither of these were true the case in the last 10K consolidation in mid 2019. And like I said, in yesterday's video, Ethereum, which, potentially is the big dog of DeFi, right? I mean, a lot of these DeFi products, applications, dApps, they're all on Ethereum. You could see we did have the breakout of the short-term consolidation, as well as this major resistance that's essentially been holding us back since we had this major wick up to when Ethereum hit $361 back in June of last year. So this has been over a year, essentially, of this downwards trend, and we just recently broke out of it. And you can also see that the total market cap for all of the cryptocurrencies is also above the $1,001 billion market cap right here, which has been a significant resistance in the past. And we've also gotten well above the VPVR at around $81 billion. So this could be looking good for Bitcoin and altcoins together. Isn't it a beautiful market when everything's pumping at once? Be careful though, because if Bitcoin starts to absolutely skyrocket, you might see some of that money run back into Bitcoin out of the altcoins. But if we can have a nice sort of smooth increase around all of the coins, all of the tokens, then it could be a beautiful run for Bitcoin and altcoins. Now, huge news. So we had MasterCard, we had PayPal, we had US banks, we have Cash App, and now we have Visa. In this post that they had over on their website called Advancing Our Approach to Digital Currency, Visa's Outlook on a New Digital Currency Payment Flow. Well, I'm not going to go through this article. It's huge, but I do have a few sections I've highlighted, and I think you're going to want to stick around for this. So, they start off by saying, we're reshaping how money moves across the globe, and that means pursuing a broad array of technologies and partnerships. In that regard, digital currencies offer an exciting avenue for us to continue doing what we do best, expanding our network of networks to support new forms of commerce. They go on to say that Visa has been working closely with licensed and regulated digital currency platforms like Fold and Coinbase, right? To provide a bridge between digital currencies and our existing global networks of 61 million merchants around the world. MasterCard on board, Visa on board. What are we missing? What are we leaving out here, guys? Those are like the two biggest, right? So they basically say more than 25 digital currency wallets have linked their services to Visa, giving users an easy way to spend their digital currency balance using a Visa debit or prepaid credential anywhere Visa is accepted. Through these efforts, Visa has become the preferred network for digital currency wallets, which are eager to deepen their value to users by making it quick and easier to spend digital currencies worldwide. And they do have 3 bullet points down here. I'm going to specifically focus on number 2, where they talk about remaining currency and network agnostic. And to quote them, they say, we plan to support the digital currencies and blockchain networks that our clients and partners demand in keeping with our broader network of networks strategy. This is huge, guys. It's pretty difficult to be bearish on the long-term, maybe even mid-term outlook. Sure, could we have a little bit of a dip? Could Bitcoin retest some of these lower levels? Absolutely. But with all of this bullish news coming out, if Bitcoin doesn't pump or doesn't hit a significant level by the end of this year, and we are still looking at an $18,000 potential target by October, well, then we might seriously have some problems, guys. But to quote the ending, they say, we believe that digital currencies have the potential to extend the value of digital payments to greater numbers of people and places. As such, we want to help shape and support the role they play in the future of money. We look forward to sharing more with you on this work in the months to follow. So this is huge news from Visa. I'm getting excited. Are you excited? Are you excited yet? Come on, guys. This is like all the bullish news that we've been waiting for. Now, I just want to do some quick altcoin updates. A lot of you have been asking me about different altcoin picks. Altcoins have been absolutely smashing it lately. We've had some pretty good calls on this channel. Not that this channel is about making calls, but I mean, we have had some really good price action, especially for some of the projects on the channel. Elrond specifically has been absolutely smashing it. You can see they have another update today saying that they have withdrawals and deposits enabled for crypto.com. So basically, now they're over on crypto.com as well. So we've had lots of big news for Elrond. I'm really shocked with how these guys have been moving along. They've really been just putting out announcement after announcement. And, like I said, guys, is Elrond going to potentially, replace Ethereum? I'm not going to make that statement. But what I am saying is if Ethereum 2.0 consistently keeps getting delayed time and time and time again, and we're not implementing some kind of a scalable solution like Matic Network or something like that on Ethereum, then I do think that you are going to see a lot of projects, potentially looking over to Elrond for that scalability aspect. One of those projects is actually Orion Protocol, which we did mention on this channel, I think it was last week. They are up significantly since then, and yes, they did win the KuCoin listing, so they are now available over on there. You can also actually stake it on KuCoin as well as BitMax for 39% annually. Pretty incredible. That's super, super high right now. If you, want to do that, I don't suggest you leave your coins on exchanges. Personally, not your keys, not your coins, but hey, that's on you if you guys want to do that. But you can see right here, that is the announcement, 39% APR over on BitMax and KuCoin. Now, if we have a look over here, yesterday's, big gainers, this is over from CryptoDiffer. You can see that the two right here, first being Orion Protocol, which we just talked, which is 26% up, 29x all-time high ROI. And number two is Aleph over here, which was up 15.8x, 13.1x. Currently, now we actually mentioned Aleph over on the channel, or Aleph, depending on how you pronounce it. And when I mentioned that, that was on July 4th, and that was at around 6 cents. Currently today, you can see that we're up to 32 cents. So this is over a 5x already just on this project alone. And, some people are saying at a $16 million market cap that Aleph might be totally done. That's it. Guys, check the project out. These guys are definitely doing a lot. I think they have a lot more room to grow. But yeah, that's just my opinion, not financial advice. Obviously, we made a mention at 6 cents. It's already up to 32 cents. I'm not telling you to go, sell the house, jump in on Aleph. But, personally, I still think that this project has a lot more room to grow, especially with their interoperability and their connectivity. So, just wanted to give you guys an update on those three projects. And also today, we do have a major update from our sponsors over at Meridian Network. They recently just had a successful launch of their first DApp, and they also have a second DApp in play. If you guys aren't familiar with what Meridian Network is, I'm going to hop into a quick overview right now and let you know about their updates. So without further ado, let's dive in. So what exactly is Meridian Network? Well, essentially in a nutshell, they're basically an alternative to current DeFi protocols. But there is one thing that sets Meridian Network apart from the rest, and that is that they are essentially trying to become the first ecosystem of dApps and protocols that is 100% community run, governed by its own users through what's known as a set of DAO implemented mechanisms. Now that might sound complicated, but if we come over here and have a look at Wikipedia, essentially a DAO, or DAO, stands for a decentralized autonomous organization, sometimes called a DAC for decentralized autonomous corporation, but in this case we're talking about crypto. But ultimately it is an organization represented by rules encoded as a computer program that is transparent, controlled by organization members, and not influenced by a central government. So let's talk a little bit about what Meridian Network has actually achieved so far. They actually have already launched their first DApp, which is known as Meridian Vault. So what exactly is it? Well, it's basically a staking mechanism. However, it is designed to reward those who hold or hodl long-term and disincentivize selling. Holders receive 1% compound interest daily. However, if you unstake, there is a 15% penalty in the first month. The 15% unstake penalty is then broken down into two parts. You have 5% that gets redistributed to all the holders, and then 10% which gets burned forever. So theoretically, this is a very deflationary property built into the staking and then subsequent unstaking mechanism. So basically, the longer you hold, the more dividends you get, plus you also get the redistributed 5%, which is proportional to all of your holdings. So it's essentially a hybrid staking model. So for quick math, you could easily receive up to about 14.5% of your initial holding after just 1 month. So the vault will be available for a couple months until the launch of their next DApp. So let's actually have a look super quick. This is basically what it looks like. It's super simple, not complicated at all. You would basically just, convert over to lock, stake your lock, and then that would be the situation, which, by the way, they already did have their swap from Meridian into lock. So at the time of making this video, about 90% of the MRDN total supply has been swapped out for lock. So if you aren't already a holder, you probably don't need to worry too much about that. You're really going to want to focus on the new token lock. At this time, they have about 4 million lock that's been staked within the vault, meaning about 70% of the circulating supply has been staked. Now, they did launch with a total supply of 15.5 million, as previously stated, where 5 million will be used for staking rewards, with all of the undistributed tokens being burned at the end of the staking period. 500,000 were also issued and set aside for the DAO community pool, which users will vote on and decide the best use for. Moving on beyond that, they also have another app, dApp, that they're looking to launch as well, and that is going to be a DAO-driven balancer pool. You could basically look at it somewhat like an index fund. It's basically going to leverage collective intelligence of the community by allowing members to propose and vote on the best winning crypto projects in the space and building an index fund out of it. This not only is going to help the spread of the information, but it also helps to connect the community. Now, there are a few benefits to being a liquidity provider. If you're not familiar with decentralized finance, well, not sure where you've been the past few months, but essentially some of these benefits include liquidity mining, aka dividends, right? For pooling the liquidity, trading fees from arbitrage traders, diversify and hedge portion of portfolio, and theoretically, it should create upwards pressure on the lock token. Now, they do also have plans for a third dApp as well, and they will be releasing that information at a later date. Now, I know what you're probably asking yourself: how can you ensure the liquidity will remain in the Uniswap pool? Well, they actually have that on their frequently answered part of their website, and they basically say that after launching the Meridian Vault, we will remove liquidity from Uniswap, swap the remaining MRDN for lock, and re-add both ETH and lock at the ratio we initially removed them. So after doing so, we will send the corresponding UniV2 tokens to the burn address, thereby ensuring we won't be able to remove liquidity ever again. So hopefully that sums it up for you. Now, they have been audited. I know some people are worried about these types of mechanisms. There have been a lot of shady projects in the past with backdoor entrances, etc., right? Secret ways to fudge the contract that, the average retail doesn't understand. Well, you can actually see right here that they did actually have a successful audit over at Hackin, and yeah, you can click the report right here if you want to download it. But basically, as per the report, Hackin says, according to the assessment, client smart contracts are secured. Our team performed analysis of code functionality, manual audit, and automated checks with Mithril and Slither. So that is absolutely good to see. Now, having a look at their roadmap for the majority of what's on the website, it has basically been completed up until the third DeFi protocol announcement, which is coming September of this year. And obviously, they do have more pending DAO approval. Now, they do have a lot of events that are coming up. They have a bunch of AMAs. They did do one yesterday with Moonwalker. If you guys missed that over on Twitter, that's okay. They have a few more coming up. They have Gem Hunters this Friday at 4 p.m. CET. Nano News Saturday, July 24th, 3 p.m. CET. Gains Community, July 26th, 4 p.m. UTC. And they also have Crypto Barrett coming up July 27th, 5 p.m. CET. So basically, they're having an AMA every single day. If you're looking to get interested, if you want to, learn more about them as well, and you can see right here they have been updated. It does say that the MRDN token has been officially swapped. This is according over at CoinGecko. So now you do have the new token lock, and basically the place you're going to want to go for that is over on Uniswap. So essentially, guys, that is it for me today. Having a look right here, we do need to keep our eyes on Bitcoin. Like I said, we did have some crazy liquidation to the upside and downside. Could we be looking for a potential Bart Simpson pattern? That is possible. Keep your eyes on it. However, with all of this good news, short term, things can get a little bit crazy. Midterm to long term, kind of hard to be bearish on Bitcoin, right? And cryptocurrencies, unless, of course, we do have some, maybe potentially another crazy wave of the virus, global globally and stocks take a hit, people start panicking again. You know, you never know. You could have a black swan event like that. But ultimately, definitely feeling pretty excited. Let me know. What are you doing? Are you sitting in cash? Are you buying Bitcoin? Are you buying Ethereum? Did I just say Bitcoin? Some people do call it that. Are you getting into the altcoins? What are you doing right now, guys? But regardless, how could you not be excited right now? If you're not already in, what are you waiting for? That being said, nothing on this channel is financial advice. I do appreciate it. If you guys haven't got subscribed, definitely consider it. Turn on the bell notifications and join my free Telegram group. It's totally free. We hang out. We just talk all day. Yeah, so why not? Sounds like a lot of fun, right? So anyway, thank you for coming back to the channel. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until the next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.